rise. Oh, wait, sorry. Cecilia, ready? All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Cheryl, why don't you call the roll?
Joe Burden, Dennis Gagnon,
Here.
Peter Lewis,
Here.
Laura O'Connell, Heidi Wendell, Neil Zuckerman.
Here. All right, welcome to the July 17th meeting of the Philipstown Planning Board. Since there's such a large audience here today, I'll regale you with a little anecdote. My daughter's birthday is July 16th, which was yesterday. In my family, we call Madeline's birthday the planning board meeting because for many years the planning board meeting was always on her birthday, just some quirk of the scheduling. So I told her last night, she said, "What are you doing on Thursday night?" I said, she said, "Planning board." Of course, I was planning on coming up to the Garrison tonight to see you. So yet again, good thing we have a short agenda. Well said. I want to let the public know, everyone who's tuned into this one eventful topic tonight, that we now have a YouTube channel. It would be a financially beneficial and socially graceful thing for those in the members of the public to join the YouTube channel, to subscribe. We encourage you to go to Philipstown-NY, become a member, like our stuff, tell Cecilia what a great job she's doing filming it, and reinforce the power of volunteer efforts. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from June? Thank you, Dennis. Second. Thank you, Peter. Any corrections, deletions, or changes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstention, motion passes. Okay, I would like to further encourage the board to not work. So I'd like a motion to cancel the August meeting of the Philipstown Planning Board.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Peter, second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Dennis. Discussion. Anyone opposed to this meeting? Anyone want to have the August meeting? Please note the deputy supervisor from the gallery said that we will not be getting our stipend for that month. There'll be a 1/12 reduction in your pay, 8% or so. As they say, nothing from nothing leaves nothing, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Okay, so all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstention. The August meeting has been canceled.
Can we get a reminder about it?
Sure. That'd be a non-calendar invite. Okay. Now moving on to the one order of business today, the Szypula family has made a request, a slightly unusual request, I would say. We've never seen a triple pond that you've come before us for. I know that's the first time for my 13 years in this board, so I'm excited to engage in a conversation about it. Margaret, the floor is yours.
So the Szypulas have a parcel on Cliffside Court, which is in the new overlay district. And they want to build 3 natural pools that will cascade from one to the next. It's by a company that regularly does this. I actually can show you some pictures from their website. The area of disturbance is a little less than 6,000 square feet, but we are in the steep slopes, which will require steep slopes permit. I did an analysis, and and all of the disturbances within the 0 to 20.
Can we say that again?
It's all in the 0 to 20.
Yeah.
I mean, the 20 to 35, I'm sorry, 20 to 35, which doesn't push you over into the more restrictive areas. So let me show you some examples. This is an example. So they work with the natural layout of the rock, and then they build a little pool. And so they cascade down, and it's a water feature on the property. It has a recirculating pipe. We We put a riprap outlet at the bottom if there's any heavy rainstorms and the ponds overflow, so that there's, it won't erode on the lower end. This is another example. And this also. Example.
Where does the water come from?
It'll be in the ponds, it recirculates.
Oh,
It's,
so you fill it?
yeah, you fill it.
Oh, there's not a stream.
There's no stream. There's no stream. I don't need a wetlands permit.
Are you done?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, questions, board members? Dennis?
Yeah.
Aquatic life in this pond?
No, they're not that large and they're not that deep.
Okay, so it's no
It's a water
Ah,
feature,
no
it's not,
fish?
no koi pond, no,
turtles,
no.
Unless they find their way.
Unless they find their way, maybe little amphibians might decide to live there. But you'll probably drain it for the winter, right? Or, no, you just leave
They keep running through the winter.
They run
So
through
you
the
can have
winter.
like a little ice waterfall.
Okay, yeah, so it can run year round.
Hey, did you get finished your question? I'm sorry.
I guess I got an answer. I think Margaret said that you just fill it, I guess, like a pool. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, it's a man-made pond, I guess you would call it, a man-made pond. Yeah, or pool. It's not treated water, there's no chlorine in it.
And so it just comes from the well on the property, the water?
It would come from, I guess, the initial you would fill it, and then it would come from rainwater, so it recirculates, there's a pump at the bottom that pushes it to the top, that creates the waterfall.
Other questions? Maybe council could provide, is this treated at all like a pool? As in, we have a lot of requirements around swimming pools, e.g. fences and such for safety. Does this start getting into that? I don't know the depth of the, go, please.
So they're less than 4 feet deep, which would not require a fence around them.
Okay, any other safety features required? If they let's say they want to wade in it, I don't know if is this just is this for visual purposes or is this for swimming?
No, I guess if you're high, you could jump
I
in
don't
it,
know,
but
I'm asking.
it's not treated water, it's no chlorine, it's not
Just water.
It's just water.
Got it, okay.
Like a pond.
Other questions? Council advice?
Thank you, Chair. Everybody received a memo from the engineer with some guidelines. There were certain items that he wanted clarification on as the application progressed before the planning board. Specifically with regard to the spot elevations, the alternative design to justify the special permit under section 175-36B sub 7. He also requested cross-sections of the plan and an evaluation of whether the water feature could be relocated. So those would just be pending items that the board would want to review. And then just from a procedural standpoint, the board could determine the seeker type tonight. If it felt equipped to do so, it would be our position that it would be a type 2 seeker action. Referral to the town conservation board would be necessary. And scheduling a site inspection would be left to the decision of the board.
Let's take those in order. So can I have a motion to declare this a type 2 action under SEQRA?
Can I just ask you a quick
Please.
question about that before we vote?
Please.
So Ron has this list of items on the page 3 of his memo. And the first bullet says, declare the matter a type 2 secret action, concluding our environmental
You read
responsibilities.
the paragraph before. I think you missed the previous paragraph. More explicitly, type 2 actions identify actions involving single family, blah, 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 and discussion with blah, blah, blah. Advise the proposed water feature represents permitted accessory. The board merely has to formally classify the project as such, and the board's secret requirements will then have to be satisfied.
I can explain that, Heidi, if you'd like.
Yeah, can you?
Okay, so there's a type 1 action, type 2 action, and unlisted action. Most actions that you see are unlisted actions. That means there's no determination on whether there's an impact. Single-family homes are specifically type 2 actions. There's some other actions like a zoning change that might be a type 2 action, because basically a single-family home doesn't raise to the effect, like it's going to affect the environment. So typically, you just declare it a type 2 action and there's no other reason to go forward with, traffic studies or other things that would come up during a review.
But so Margo, we would still, you've seen Ron's memo, right, obviously? But so we would still be able to consider whether we think it's okay to disturb all that
Well,
soil?
you're gonna issue them a permit, you're just done with the SEQRA process. You still have to issue a permit.
So we still have to decide whether it's okay to disturb all that soil and move all the rock, et cetera, et
It's
cetera?
just not happening under SEQRA.
Okay.
Okay, can I have a motion to declare this a type 2 action, please, under SEQRA? All right, I'll take Laura as a first and Dennis as a second. Any discussion? You're a third. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstention, motion passes. So let's refer this to conservation. Can I have a motion to do that, please?
I'll make that
Thank you, Heidi. Second, Dennis. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Site inspection, let's discuss this briefly. I guess I can make a motion, or we can discuss it first. Let's just discuss it first. Thoughts on a need for a site inspection? Heidi?
I think we need, I would like to have a site inspection, definitely.
Okay.
Well, Ron made some recommendations about moving it, so there are two things that we would be looking at. We're relocating.
He asked if we could justify if it could be moved elsewhere, and because the ponds are trickle down, you can't put them in the flat area, so they actually have to be in the steep area. That's the answer to that question, so.
Was it a matter of?
No, I don't think it's a matter, like,
I
we
thought
put
that's
it
what the-
between the rocks so that it'll end up looking like the pictures that I showed before, so that there is a natural outcrops out there. You'll see them if you do a site visit, like,
For some reason, I thought he was recommending or asking about the possibility of sort of shifting it over. I'm sure Ron is aware of gravity.
yeah,
and
he
what
is
a
aware
flow-
of gravity, but there is one of the criteria of issuing the permit is justifying that you can't put it somewhere else on the
This is a
property.
matter of a analytic to show that it can't be elsewhere, or it causes less disturbance being here than somewhere else, as opposed to, similar when we have to show us a road that creates less disturbance, doesn't mean they want to do it, it's just for analytical purposes,
I'm
for
not
comparison.
into it too much, so.
Well, but the only, I would just say about that typically we're shown a driveway. And then you have to have a driveway if you're gonna have a house. So without a driveway somewhere on the property, the person can't really develop it. I mean, this is a little different. So I see Dennis's, I'm not sure what Ron meant. It would be helpful to,
Well, can someone find the operating sentence where that is, please? Because I don't see that exact sentence that you're referring to.
oh, I know what he's talking about, it's in here.
But I believe this is typically when we show disturbances, we show where it could be could it be any less disturbed?
Chair, if I may?
Please.
So on page 3, under the 4 bullet
Yes.
points, it's actually referenced in 2 spots. So under the second bullet point, it says, per the special permit requirement, an alternative design must be shown that establishes that the activity as proposed will create less disturbance than if it were located on an unregulated portion of the site.
So it's just a comparison.
And then the 4th bullet point also requires an evaluation of whether the water feature could be relocated slightly to avoid the rock removals required by the present configuration. So it's kind of a dual analysis. One, you have to, under the code, show that the alternative would have less disturbance, or your proposal has less disturbance. But I think Mr. Gaynor's second point is to do a design with the water feature that would have as little rock disturbance, to the member's point, on the slope. So if it could be slightly moved one direction or the other to avoid disturbing the rock, then that would be preferred, if that's fair. So there was 2 references.
So there's no.
Did it make it
There's-
more complicated?
No,
Right.
you didn't, no, not at all. I think what I raised the question, and I'm cognizant that this is more of a cosmetic concept as opposed to a, like there's a big rock in the middle of my building, envelope, and I can't make the house till I move the rock. This is more cosmetic, but still, the purpose, the intent of not removing a rock is what? We're worried about the rock's happiness? Like, why are we worried about the
Actually,
rock?
I mean, I can talk to Ron about this, but the cut fill analysis does not cut in the rock. There's a little bit of fill in the rock, but it cuts between the rocks.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because I'm cognizant of the fact that we want to protect birds, and we want to protect streams, and even antique and historic walls. I didn't know we cared about protecting a rock.
Well, we care about protecting the steep slope.
That I understand.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's the primary purpose. I'm not an engineer, but
Right.
I think
It's
that would
more about protecting the slope.
Will we have a sense that, let's just say Ron said, don't touch any rocks. And let's say this whole board agreed with that, which I'm not saying.
Right.
Let's just say that was the case.
Yeah.
Is there a way to say, oh, if we remove this one rock, everything's fine? We remove that rock, like a Jenga, it all falls, like?
So the way that believe that it happens is they use the natural rock formations. They do not cut the rock. They may move some of the smaller boulders and place them around so that they're, aesthetically pleasing and create the pond, but we're not gonna blast rock, cut rock. We're gonna build a pond that looks natural as if it were stream fed, but it won't be stream fed, it's recycled water.
Sounds like a nice idea. Okay,
Is
so,
it done with a backhoe? You have to bring in a backhoe and dig out all the dirt?
Well, yeah, you would have to dig out the dirt or build it up, but let me show you, there is already an existing. There's an existing driveway. This is an existing driveway and a little pad down here. So there's a readily available access point. We don't have to build an access point, and you can come right in here to the area that's going to be disturbed. So,
as I think we're all pretending to be engineers in this board, I think, you're not an engineer, are you? No. Maybe Joe's an engineer. Okay, but I think we're all pretending to be one. I think, happy to do a site visit if everyone wants to, but the notion that we're trying to avoid the cliffside, pun intended, falling apart, I understand. But ultimately, no, I can't tell you whether moving rock X or rock Y causes any disturbance that's meaningful.
and I actually think when you come to the site, you'll see that this is the gentler part of the steep slopes, and the steep slopes you really want to protect are lower down.
Yeah, I think that we only understand the disturbance of the steep slope, whether it would be destabilized or not by making a site visit with Ron.
Well, I think that's exactly, I think we need it with Ron, because I think us sitting around staring at rocks is not gonna yield much of a analytical and,
I'm a geologist.
are you really?
I am.
Oh, would you,
I'm a geologist.
could you tell us which rock is which kind? That'll be fun.
Yeah, I can
All
point
right,
out
Peter's
the
gonna
rocks
give us a
there.
little education, I think it'll be fun. Okay, so it sounds like people want a site visit, please.
Make a recommendation. I'd rather do the site visit, well, one, when Ron's back for sure.
Definitely.
But also, I'd also like the applicant to prove out why. Like, we need that analysis, so that when we're going to see the site, then we know what we're looking at, as opposed to going there and being like, oh, well, why can't it be over here?
Fine, fair.
Right?
Margaret, when will you have that analysis for us?
I can submit it in probably a week. I'm going on vacation. 2.5 weeks.
Cheryl, when is Ron back?
I think he's just away this week.
Just this week.
He's just back this week. Hold on.
So do we wanna shoot,
So
we wanna shoot for?
even though you're not having a meeting,
Yeah.
the next submittal date would be the 7th of August. I could submit something before then. And then if you want to set up your site walk for like the 16th.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Folks, 16th? Sunday. Oh, sorry, thank you.
17th,
Well
sorry,
said, 17th. Excellent, always the boss. We'll do a vote in a second, but how's the August 17th for everyone?
That works.
Great. Yes? 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 Okay. Motion for a site visit on August 17th at the Szypula Family Pond to Be.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstention, motion passes. Okay, I believe our
I just want,
9:30?
will this be marked out so we know exactly where, okay. So it's delineated properly?
Is that okay with you, Margaret, the date?
Yes, we'll mark it out, yep, that's
Long
great,
as it-
9:30.
9:30. As long as your other customer gets in front of that customer. That's me. Thanks, Jim.
Because I see that, and Ron,
I will respond to all
oh,
of
okay, all
those.
this, yeah, like the cross sections
Yep,
and all that,
mhm,
okay.
I'll do all of that.
Okay, yes, 9:30, you're right, yes, understood. Okay.
Say 2%.
Anything else on this application? Okay. Any new business before this board? Hearing none. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Thank you very much. Enjoy your new YouTube channel. We hope we get some big subscribers tonight. Bye-bye and bye bonds.